If you're a parent and you're finding yourself up on YouTube or on Google and you're Googling things like, why is my 7-month-old not crawling? Why is my 8-month-old not crawling yet? Why is it that my baby can't move? Then you're in the right place watching the right video. Because in today's video, I'm going to share with you 9 different tips that you can use to help your baby start crawling sooner. Now, I'm also, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to throw in 2 bonus tips that I want you to pay attention to that will definitely be helpful. So stick around all the way to the my channel. My name is Cherrick Gordon. I've been a pediatric physical therapist for over 25 years, and I've helped lots of babies like yours to go from one gross motor milestone to the next. I show parents how to use simple touch and movement to not only make their baby stronger, but make their baby smarter. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, grab your baby, get down on the ground, and let's get into it by starting off with tip number 1.
Hey, my friend.
Tip number 1 is tummy time, but tummy time with a little bit of a twist, where you can see I am positioning myself where my face is a little bit higher than him, and I'm trying to get him to bear some weight on his forearms and start taking his body weight on his hands and actually pushing his chest up off of the ground. I'm trying to engage him with a mirror to keep him focused and keep him on his tummy and let him do his work. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is lots and lots of tummy time, but pivoting on the tummy, where you can help baby to move around on his tummy by positioning a toy off to one side and cueing baby to move to get to the toy. You may need to move baby's legs for him in the beginning. This particular baby did not like tummy time very much. He liked to roll back onto his back. And so you can see I'm giving him a lot of support. I'm comforting him. I'm letting him take a break whenever he needs to, but I'm trying to get him to start moving and cueing him to actually start shifting his body weight from one side to the next, moving around. What you want to do when you're doing the tummy time pivot is switch sides so that baby can move in both directions equally and not just be stuck and using one side. You can see I'm moving the toy off towards his right side, but I also did the left side. And now I'm cueing him to keep on moving, stay on his tummy, and move the toy over and continue to shift his body weight from side to side as he continues to do this activity. You can see he wants to roll onto his back. And as I move the toy, I'm cueing him to stay on his tummy. I'm just trying to extend his tummy time a little bit longer. Is what's called commando crawling while reaching. The way you do this one, put baby on their tummy, and you're going to have a toy just out of reach right ahead of baby. And as baby is reaching and moving and stretching for the toy, here's what you are going to do as the parent. You're going to get behind them, get down on the ground. You're going to bend baby's knees, and you're going to put your hands under baby's feet and keep your hands firm so the baby has a firm surface that baby can push off of and gradually start to slide herself forward as she's reaching for the toy. This works really well in terms of just giving baby the confidence that baby needs in order to be able to start moving on the ground and getting around and feeling like they can actually accomplish moving forward. Tip number 4 is baby planks. And this is an early attempt at doing baby planks with this baby. What you want to do is put baby over your lap. You can also use a baby boppy or a rolled up towel. I was using my leg because I felt like this one would give me a lot more control. And what I like to do is you can see I'm using my forearm to push down on baby's bottom. And that way this can kind of lever him over my leg so that he doesn't have to push up his entire body weight. You can see that this is the very beginning of this activity. He was not doing very well at all. He's doing it a little bit right there. This is an activity that really works very, very hard. That was a nice one he just did, but then he kind of did a face plant right after. do it on a soft surface so that if baby does do a face plant, baby won't hurt himself. And this is an activity you want to go slow and encourage baby to build that strength as baby moves forward doing baby planks. Is hands and knees looking in a mirror. Now, you'll notice over time that the activities have been gradually getting more and more challenging. And that's by design. You want to help your baby to build up their strength slowly and naturally. You can position baby on her hands and knees. If your baby does not like the hands and knees position, you can trap her feet with your knees. You see I have her knees trapped. And I just have baby on their hands and knees, giving her a lot of support. She can look at herself in the mirror and entertain herself in this position while I just have her static. She's not really doing anything, and we can just sit here and relax for a little bit. If baby needs to put her head down and take a break, I usually let a baby take a break so that they don't get overwhelmed by the activity. So that's number one. This one is called a lying leg press, and you can see that I have baby on his back and I'm engaging him, I'm talking to him, I'm trying to keep him calm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to hold his legs and bend his knees, play with his feet a little bit. Then I'm going to bend his knees and cue him to push against me until he's actually sliding his body on the ground. This one takes a little bit of practice where here's what you're doing. When you bend baby's knees and you cue baby to push against you as you're straightening baby's legs, you want to cue baby to push at the same time. It takes a little bit of practice. He finally got it right there. But your baby should be able to slide himself across the floor once they develop a certain amount of leg. Tip number 7. I think I might have miscounted with some of our tips, but no worries. We're up to tip number 7, and this one is called playing in short kneeling. Now, what is short kneeling? Short kneeling, I'm going to show you what short kneeling is. If you have a toy, or you can put something on the couch, couches work really great for short kneeling. Put your baby on their knees, kneel down behind your baby, and kind of trap baby's knees, baby's bottom onto her heels. So the baby is sitting kind of like the way I'm sitting. You see the way my bottom is on my heels? That's called short kneeling. And encourage your baby to play in this position. Reach up, play with a toy. Now this position helps baby to develop some core trunk strength and stability. And this is kind of a starting position for the next tip and the next activity that I want you to do with your baby. Moving along, we're up to tip number 8. Tip number 8 is playing in tall kneeling. Tall kneeling is this, where baby transitions, moves her bottom from back on her heels and up into this position. You can put the legs, put her knees a little bit wider apart, and baby is going to play in this position with the toy. You can use, there's some nice square cubes with a whole bunch of activities in it that you can use. Baby can play in this position. Here's what's going to happen the first time you do this. When you put your baby in this position, you might notice there's a lot of this kind of movement happening. There's a lot of wiggle room going on. This is an indication that your baby's pelvis and lower abdominal muscles are not very strong, and so baby is struggling to hold himself stable. Let baby woggle, move around in this position and build up that trunk strength and that core trunk stability. So playing in tall kneeling is a very important and very beneficial activity for you to do for your baby in preparation for crawling. Okay, so we're up to our final tip here, which is rocking on hands and knees. And you can see I have baby on his hands and knees, and I'm just cueing him to rock front to back very gently. You'll notice from time to time, I might reposition him and move him where I'm positioning, making sure that his knees are under his hips. He tends to like to let his legs go and splay his legs out towards the side. So from time to time, I'm repositioning him, putting him on his hands and knees and gently rocking him front to back while we are doing this activity. Then I would actually start to move his knees for him and cue him to move his hands. With some babies, you might have to move both the hands and the knees in order to get your baby to do what it is that you want your baby to do. So those are our 9 tips for helping your baby to move through the progression of being able to crawl. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate it if you would like it, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment and let me know where your baby is in their crawling journey and how old your baby is. And I would absolutely love to hear from you. I'll definitely respond to all the comments. This is actually part 1 of a series that I'm doing about crawling. And in part 2, which will be dropping next, I will do a deep dive into why you should pay attention if your baby is scooting on their bottom instead of crawling on hands and knees, when to worry, when not to worry, things like that. So definitely stay tuned for that one. I will see you in the next video, my friends. Take care.